One of the most intriguing aspects of Pawn Stars was the rotating lineup of expert guests, each bringing their unique knowledge to validate the show's many mysterious and valuable items. Among them, one expert truly stood out: Rebecca Romney, the rare book specialist. Their intelligence, calm demeanor, and deep passion for literature. She quickly became a fan favorite, but after several seasons and memorable appearances, Rebecca suddenly vanished from the show. Her unexpected departure left many fans confused and curious. What really happened to her? Is it her choice to leave? Or was something happening behind the scenes? Let's uncover the truth behind her mysterious exit and find out what she's been doing since stepping away from the spotlight. When the History Channel premiered Pawn Stars in 2009, it instantly became a hit. Viewers were fascinated by the daily hustle of the gold and silver pawn shop run by the Harrison family, while fans became familiar with Rick, Corey, and Chumley. Many of the guest experts remained in the background until a few of them, like Rebecca Romney, left a lasting impression. Rebecca's knowledge of rare and antique books made her a standout guest. She regularly amazed both the staff and the audience. With her ability to identify and evaluate everything from centuries-old manuscripts to obscure literary works, viewers loved her clear explanations, sharp observations, and authentic love for literature. Naturally, people wanted to know more about the woman behind the knowledge. Born and raised in the Las Vegas area, Rebecca didn't begin her career in books. In fact, her first job was as a swimming instructor. But she always had a deep love for languages and literature. In high school, she began studying French and Japanese. In college, she added Latin and ancient Greek to the mix, eventually earning a degree in classical studies and linguistics. Despite her strong academic background, Rebecca didn't originally plan to enter the rare book trade. That path opened up when she joined Bowman Rare Books, which had just launched a gallery in Las Vegas. There she had access to rare books, manuscripts, and historical treasures, and quickly rose through the ranks. Within a few years she became the gallery manager. In a Q&A session, Rebecca shared, "The real support behind what I do is the company I work for, Bowman Rare Books. They've been around for decades and are based in Philadelphia and New York. I manage the Las Vegas gallery, and that's my full-time job. I don't do outside consulting. Managing the store keeps me busy enough." So when Pawn Stars producers approached her, she was already well established in the rare book world. She soon became a recurring expert on the show, and one of its few female contributors. Her elegant style, quick intellect, and passion for the subject made her a standout not just among experts, but even next to the main cast. Although Rebecca Romney, full name Rebecca Angeline Njit, keeps her personal life extremely private, her professional achievements are anything but hidden. Her time on Pawn Stars may have ended, but her love for rare books never did. After leaving the show, she co-founded a company called Tight Punch Matrix, a rare book firm based in Washington, D.C., and continues to work in the field she loves. She's also authored a book titled Printer's Error, which explores strange and fascinating stories from the world of books. Rebecca Romney may have left Pawn Stars, but her legacy on the show remains, and her story proves that sometimes the most fascinating journeys begin by accident. Rebecca Romney didn't just appear on Pawn Stars. She became a standout presence who elevated the show's credibility. Her deep knowledge of rare books, calm confidence, and unique on-screen charisma made her one of the most unforgettable experts in the show's long history. To expand her knowledge and expertise, Rebecca even attended a prestigious rare book school. This dedication helped her rise quickly through the ranks at Bowman Rare Books, advancing from salesperson to gallery manager, and eventually to senior director in just a few short years. Unlike many other recurring experts, Rebecca brought something different to the table, not just in terms of her specialization, but also in her professional poise and thoughtful presence. That's why, even after her departure, fans continue to wonder, what happened to Rebecca Romney, and where is she today? Rebecca first appeared on Pawn Stars during its 4th season, airing in the early 2010s. From that point on, she became a regular fixture on the show. appearing in dozens of episodes until her final appearance in the mid-2010s. But her role wasn't just about assessing old books. It was about enhancing the show's credibility and authenticity. To understand how she became involved, it helps to look at how Pawn Stars operated behind the scenes. It's filmed in Las Vegas. The show focused on people bringing rare, valuable, or unusual items into the gold and silver pawn shop, hoping to make a sale. While jewelry was the most common item, the real entertainment came from the unexpected historical artifacts, unique memorabilia, and rare collectibles. When the Harrison family couldn't confidently verify an item's authenticity or value, they brought in outside experts to help. This format allowed viewers to trust what they were seeing. Experts like Rebecca not only offered knowledgeable evaluations, but also factored in things like repair or restoration costs, giving a complete picture of an item's worth. That's where Rebecca came in, and why she quickly became a favorite. Her calm delivery, literary expertise, and genuine reactions gave the show a layer of sophistication. And there's more to the story. She and Rick Harrison actually knew each other before her first on-camera appearance. In her own words, "We are actually friends. We've double dated and such, but that actually happened after we spent time together filming the show." This personal connection only helped strengthen her role. Rebecca revealed that while she sometimes did behind-the-scenes consulting for Rick, most of her appearances were tied to filming episodes. "I come in for filming, which can be as often as 3 times per week, or as little as once a month. It depends on when they find a book they want to feature." Rebecca was usually told what kind of item she'd be evaluating beforehand, but in many cases, she wouldn't see the actual item until she was on set and the cameras were rolling. This added spontaneity to her assessments and made her reactions all the more authentic for viewers. There are millions of books out there. I don't know every detail off the top of my head. No one does. But knowing where to find authoritative information is also part of being a real expert. Rebecca's participation was never full-time. She had her own demanding role managing Bowman Rare Books Las Vegas Gallery, so she couldn't just drop everything for the show. But when she did appear, she made every second count. Her journey on Pawn Stars wasn't accidental, was built on real-world expertise, a solid personal connection with the show's cast, and a genuine love for books. She didn't just evaluate items, she educated the audience and added credibility to the entire process. Rebecca Romney remains one of the most respected figures in the rare book world today. After her time on Pawn Stars, she co-founded Type Punch Matrix, a rare book firm based in Washington, D.C., and continues to be an active voice in the literary community. She's also the author of Printer's Error, Irreverent Stories from Book History. In the end, Rebecca's legacy on Pawn Stars lives on, a symbol of how real knowledge and genuine passion can transform even a reality TV segment into something special. Rebecca Romney's presence on Pawn Stars is more than just another expert guest appearance. It was a refreshing addition that added depth and credibility to the show. Her unique expertise in evaluating rare and antique books, especially those from the 15th to the 20th centuries, made her a trusted figure among fans. Her thoughtful assessments and clear explanations proved she wasn't just reading from a script. She truly knew her subject. But as Pawn Stars grew in popularity, so did the scrutiny behind how real the show actually was. Reality TV often blurs the line between scripted and spontaneous, and Pawn Stars was no exception. During a period when the show faced growing allegations of being staged, questions naturally arose about Rebecca's appearances as well. One fan, who was chosen to be an extra on the show, revealed details of what filming was really like. According to him, his scene took nearly an hour to film and involved multiple takes of the same negotiation. Said, "They brought in that cool museum guy to validate the piece. Didn't feel scripted exactly, but they did reshoot a couple of scenes. The woman with the item decided not to sell it in the end. She hadn't just walked in off the street, but no one seemed to be following a script either." His behind-the-scenes account confirmed that while the show may have planned certain elements like coordinating schedules and prepping items for filming, it wasn't fully staged. As some critics claimed, the production team would sometimes ask sellers to return on another day for filming if their item was deemed interesting enough for an episode. Naturally, This required some preparation. And because everyday customers could also be caught on camera, many of them appeared nervous, especially when filming began. According to the fan, this led to reshoots in some cases or even scenes being cut entirely when a seller couldn't stay composed on camera. Executive producer Brent Montgomery later clarified the situation, stating, "We vet sellers off camera to make sure they're serious about selling. Otherwise, people are just trying to get on TV. We figured that out quickly." As for Rebecca Romney herself, she addressed the rumors directly. When fans asked if her appearances were staged, she explained, "There's still a functioning pawn shop. Yes, half the store is now for merchandise and souvenirs, but they still do real pawns and sales. I've personally never been in a scene where the seller or the item was planted." That statement helped clear up much of the speculation around her role and affirmed her credibility in the eyes of viewers beyond questions of authenticity. Pawn Stars brought significant fame and fortune to its cast, but with that fame also came personal challenges and public controversies. Chumley, one of the show's most beloved characters, known for his humor and laid-back personality, found himself in serious legal trouble. He was accused of sexual assault, and during the investigation, police discovered multiple illegal substances and a firearm in his home. He faced 19 counts of drug-related charges and one weapons charge. His bail was set at over $60,000, however. Chumley ultimately reached a plea deal with prosecutors, avoiding jail time. The sexual assault charge was dropped due to lack of evidence after a thorough investigation. While the ordeal damaged his public image, it didn't result in a conviction. Tragedy also struck the Harrison family. In 2018, the old man, Richard Harrison, the patriarch of the shop, passed away at the age of 77 after a battle with Parkinson's disease. His passing marked a significant emotional moment for both the family and the show's loyal audience. 5 years later, Rick's son, Corey Harrison, also found himself in legal trouble, further adding to the string of off-screen controversies that surrounded the Pawn Stars cast over the years. Despite these highs and lows, Rebecca Romney's role on the show remains one of its most positively remembered. Her deep knowledge, authentic personality, and on-screen presence helped Pawn Stars build its reputation as more than just entertainment, but as a show that genuinely educated and engaged its viewers. Rebecca Romney's final appearance on Pawn Stars came in the 9th season in an episode titled Field Trip, which aired in 2014. After that, she quietly disappeared from the series. No announcement, no explanation, and no farewell episode. For someone who had become one of the most beloved and respected experts on the show, her sudden exit left fans puzzled and concerned. Adding to the unease were a string of unfortunate events surrounding the Pawn Stars cast. In September 2023, Corey Harrison was arrested for DUI in the early hours of the morning. According to the police report, his Ford truck had swerved from the right-hand lane into the bike lane. When pulled over, Corey reportedly had bloodshot, watery eyes, smelled strongly of alcohol, and failed a field sobriety test. But the Harrison family faced an even greater tragedy just months later in January 2024. Rick Harrison's second son, Adam Harrison, was found dead. According to authorities, Adam had not been seen for several days, prompting the landlord to check on the guest home he was staying in. There, they found him unresponsive. The loss sent shockwaves through the family and Pawn Stars fans around the world. With these events unfolding, many viewers began to worry about other cast members, including Rebecca Romney, who had already become a rare presence on the show. Her sudden disappearance, combined with the lack of any official explanation, led to countless theories online. Some believed she was fired, others speculated there may have been conflict behind the scenes. But no concrete reason was ever confirmed. However, one theory stands out as the most likely, and it has to do with a career move. According to her LinkedIn profile, around the same time Rebecca stopped appearing on Pawn Stars, she also left Bowman Rare Books' Las Vegas location. She took a new position with the same company, but this time in their Philadelphia office. Since Pawn Stars is filmed entirely in Las Vegas, this move would have made it logistically difficult for her to continue appearing on the show. Rebecca's career at Bowman Rare Books had been climbing steadily. She had been promoted to a senior director position working directly under the company's co-founder, Natalie Bowman. Her departure from Bowman around 2016 was another turning point. After years of professional success there, she left to join a respected rare book firm called Honey and Wax. By 2018, she was actively involved in Honey and Wax's operations, even writing an article about some of her favorite rare finds, including a French edition of Edgar Allan Poe's works and a copy of the literary magazine Black Orpheus. Her passion and expertise continued to shine. But once again, Rebecca was on the move. In mid-2019, she left Honey and Wax. This time, the reason was clear. She wanted to pursue her dream of building something of her own. That dream became Tight Punch Matrix, a rare book firm based in Washington, D.C., where Rebecca now lives and works. The company was co-founded with her husband, writer and historian J.P. Romney. Tight Punch Matrix aims to bring a fresh, inclusive, and innovative approach to the rare book world. Far from the traditional, often elitist culture of antiquarian book collecting. Even before launching her own company, Rebecca had been expanding her horizons. Between 2016 and 2017, she worked on several independent literary projects. She also co-hosted a podcast with JP called Biblioclast, where the couple discussed everything from classic literature to obscure book history, often with humor, passion, and the occasional spirited debate. Rebecca's deep love for books has guided every step of her journey. Her work hasn't gone unnoticed. In 2019, she was featured in the critically acclaimed documentary, The Booksellers, film that explored the fascinating niche world of rare book dealers. The documentary was shown at major film festivals and offered viewers a glimpse into a world Rebecca has helped shape. So while she may no longer appear on Pawn Stars, Rebecca Romney's story didn't end with her final episode. It simply evolved. Her legacy on the show lives on through her memorable appearances, but her true impact continues to grow in the rare book world, where her knowledge, passion, and innovation continue to inspire collectors and readers alike. After leaving Pawn Stars, Rebecca Romney didn't disappear. She simply continued her journey in a direction truer to her lifelong passion. Her transition from television personality to rare book entrepreneur and literary educator has been nothing short of remarkable. Critics praise her role in the 2019 documentary, The Booksellers, with Variety calling her the film's cheerful optimist of books. Her warm presence and thoughtful commentary stood out. Today, through her company Tight Punch Matrix, her writing, and her podcast appearances, Rebecca remains one of the most influential voices in the rare book community. Her work is driven by a deep passion for preserving and celebrating rare literature. Whether educating collectors, curating antique texts, or sharing behind-the-scenes insights, she brings an energy and intellect that continues to inspire book lovers around the world. Despite her public role, Rebecca prefers to keep her personal life private. Though she maintains social media accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, she rarely posts about her family. However, we do know that she's married to J.P. Romney, a published author, known for his young adult novel, The Monster on the Monster Road Is Me. According to Fierce Reads, the couple has 2 children. Naturally, Rebecca is also a published author. Alongside her husband, she co-wrote Printer's Error, Irreverent Stories from Book History, a witty, insightful dive into the strange and surprising world of literature. The book received high praise from the New York Times and the Washington Post for being informative yet fun and accessible, even when covering complex historical topics. In addition to their book, Rebecca has written extensively for respected literary sites such as Crime Reads, Literary Hub, and Mental Floss. Her blog work for Bowman, Rare Books educated collectors and casual readers alike, further proving her talent for making book history fascinating and relatable. Her influence doesn't stop at writing. Rebecca has worked behind the scenes in the literary world, editing manuscripts and writing introductions for other authors' works. This behind-the-scenes involvement reflects just how versatile and respected she is in the industry. One question that often comes up among fans is Rebecca Romney related to U.S. Senator Mitt Romney? The answer is yes, by marriage. Her husband JP is part of the Romney political family, although he has chosen a completely different path, focused on literature. Rather than politics, beyond books, Rebecca's linguistic abilities are another standout feature of her impressive resume. She is fluent in French, Latin, Greek, and Japanese. And she's currently studying Old English, one of the most challenging languages to master. This language expertise allows her to read and understand rare texts in their original form, giving her unique insights that few others in her field possess. As for her personal reading tastes, Rebecca enjoys a broad spectrum of genres, from science fiction and fantasy to romance. Her enthusiasm for storytelling clearly crosses boundaries both academic and personal. Most recently, she appeared on the YouTube channel of Case Western Reserve University, where she discussed rare books and debunked myths connected to literary history. Though she now lives in Philadelphia and is focused on running her rare book firm, Rebecca remains an active voice in public discussions about literature. While fans of Pawn Stars may still hope to see her return, there's currently no indication that she appear on the show again. However, if you're eager to hear more from her, you're in luck. Rebecca frequently gives talks at universities and is often featured on book-related podcasts. These events continue to showcase her deep literary knowledge and keep her connected with the community that has admired her for years. For those wanting to stay up to date, Rebecca's social media channels offer occasional glimpses into her world, including her work with rare books, her business ventures, and her reading recommendations. Rebecca Romney's journey from reality TV to rare book leadership is proof of how far passion and dedication can take someone. Though she may have stepped away from Pawn Stars, she never stepped away from what matters most to her, bringing rare books to life for a modern audience. Today, she remains thoughtful, deeply knowledgeable, and quietly influential. Our business, her writing, and her voice in the literary world. Rebecca continues to educate, inspire, and connect people through the timeless magic of books.